You don't have to have the answers, you have to go get them, and it can be hard to do. You've just got to keep moving towards them. And that might take a little bit of time, and that's all right. You just want to let the customer know, like Nevada said.
I'm Nevada, CEO of PageLoop.ai. Don't be afraid to tell a customer that you don't have an immediate answer, but instead of saying that you're checking internally, tell them you're consulting with the product manager of the feature they have a question about.
I think Nevada's making a really subtle extra point there too, that it means more to a customer if you let them know you're taking their question to an expert. That's meaningful to them. That's a great tip. But when you're not asking someone else, when it's just you, how are you going to go about finding those answers? Well, your first stop, nearly always, is just searching, as Jen mentioned.
I'm Jen Weaver, a customer success manager at Tetra. When a customer question stumps you, but there is a string of characters or words in their question that is unique, like error 1234 or pending data, some string of words that's unique, put it in quotes and search all of your knowledge base and or all of your previous emails for it. If you don't already have a knowledge base article, that will help you find it in previous emails and see what someone else sent to the user.
There is usually an enormous amount of data just sitting there ready for you to read through and to learn from in your help desk and your knowledge base, your external documentation, your internal wiki, your Slack channels, even the stall wall in the office bathroom. All of them can contain very informative messages, in my experience. It's amazing how far you can get if you just learn how to search well, and that's a skill that's worth working on. The next challenge, of course, is telling whether this answer that you think is the right one is actually the one that you need. And Sarah addressed that well.
Hi, I'm Sarah Caminiti. Welcome to Support. The number one piece of advice that I would give you is just to pause. Don't make assumptions. Check, verify, make sure that the information that you're giving the customer is actually the answer to their question. Because yes, speed matters, but accuracy matters way more, and customers would much rather wait a second for you to get the actual information they need than for you to just make a guess and they have to come back and ask another question. You're going to do great.
Yes, exactly, Sarah. If customers wanted someone to be really fast by just making guesses, well, they'd go straight to ChatGPT, wouldn't they? Andre made a similar point.
My name is Andre Lindy, a senior manager of support, and my advice for everyone starting in support role: test everything. Everything, and don't be afraid to ask for help.
As Andre says, you should test everything. But sometimes you're going to be stuck. You just can't find the right answer, or you don't know enough yet to be able to test it properly. So you're going to need to ask for help. And that's where Connor has a great suggestion for you.
This is Connor Pendergrass from customersuccess.cx. My tip for people starting out in customer support is ask questions in public spaces. So, for example, in a public Slack channel rather than in a private Slack channel or in direct messages. The reason for this is it helps to highlight what information is missing from onboarding, and it also means that other people can benefit from your questions as well and can chime in with their own perspectives, maybe for workarounds for missing features or functionality or stuff like that. So it can feel scary, but ask questions in public.
Love this from Connor. Although there is public and there's public, right? Shouting your questions out on the bus, probably not as helpful. I would add one additional note, which is that when you're asking colleagues for help, let them know where you've already looked. As in, I checked the knowledge base, I searched old conversations, I couldn't find anything about this. Where should I look next? It saves people from suggesting that you do exactly what you've already done, and it shows that you're trying to self-educate, which people always appreciate. They'll be glad that you're getting yourself up to speed, but don't be scared to ask for help while you do it. All right, you've done the digging, you've run your tests, you've got the answer that you need now to communicate to the customer. And that same answer, delivered in different ways to different customers, in different circumstances, it can have wildly different outcomes. Your tone, your choice of words, your structure, it all shapes the way the message will be understood.